I'm a veteran human rights worker who has served as a victim advocate, helping victims of crime through the maze of the criminal justice system. I've been doing this since I was 11 years old, when I was a victim of a sexual assault by a man and a woman, and I didn't know who to go to. You get thrust in the middle of a system where everybody else is an expert at it, and you now have to make decisions that will affect you the rest of your life based on ignorance. And so don't feel ashamed that you need to have someone like me that's in between. Steve Harvey was a great musician who did not get to live out to his full potential. He was our next Charlie Parker here in Kansas City. And he went to the Liberty Memorial to play his horn late at night like he would do. And there was Roy Lloyd, James Graham, and Raymond Bledsoe, who would go down there routinely to harass homosexuals that hung out at night down there. Steve wasn't gay, but Bledsoe thought everyone that came to the park was. He went and got a baseball bat and attacked Steve, and then he beat him to death with the baseball bat. And there was ultimately a trial, a murder trial. An all-white jury then acquitted Bledsoe for first-degree murder, even though there was testimony from the accomplices. Well, after that, the news was saying there's nothing else that can be done. Double jeopardy prevents it. And I remember looking at the TV and saying, "That's what you think." I then went to the library. That was my great equalizer. Richard Roberts was an attorney, got on the phone, and he said, "Send me everything you got. We may be able to do something because it's happening in the park." 18 months later, Raymond Bledsoe was convicted by an all-white jury for only the 4th time in American history under the Federally Protected Activity statute that was included in the Civil Rights Act of 1968. She was able to tell me the story out of her own mouth and agree that I would be the coordinator and she would be the first chairman. And we, along with Donald Berger and Keith Beauchamp, formed the Emmett Till Justice Campaign and then pursued the reopening of the case. Traveling down south, I became aware that there were a lot of these unsolved civil rights era murders that didn't have the names attached like Emmett Till or Cheney, Goodman, and Scherner or any of those famous names. It was many people that just disappeared in the middle of the night. Nobody knew where they went to. But then that did propel me to get with Senator Talent of Missouri to help create a unit in the Justice Department that would focus on these cases and investigate it. And that led to the Emmett Till Unsolved Civil Rights Crime Act of 2007, and now, 10 years later, to the Emmett Till Unsolved Civil Rights Crime Reauthorization Act of 2016. And I also firmly believe that now, with the poison coming out of Emmett Till's death back then, that we are now moving forward and transforming that poison into medicine for countless victims of racially motivated murders forward forever in the future. Well, I think we're at another seminal crossroads that we go through every few decades, particularly with the advent of the internet and social media, getting the opportunity to see more of this, almost in a way, in the spirit of Mamie, allowing Emmett's body to be seen in the casket by everything, and how that had such an impact then. The internet in the social media is doing that again and again and again. So you're seeing now a second or third more revolutionary change for blacks in America. do what you can. If everybody does a little, nobody would have to do much. Somebody's got to do it to help to make sure that there's the best chance that this world can be better for everyone. For whatever reason, my mission ended up being that.